All right, Indiana head coach Terry Moran will make an opening statement and then we'll take the questions from student athletes.
Well, first of all, I don't know if this is on, but, what a great crowd today in Mackey. Give the credit to Purdue. And our fans traveled as well, but for filling up this place today. It was a great environment, just not for us, but obviously for Big Ten women's basketball and even larger than that, just for women's basketball. And we continue to do that in the big, and fans are coming out to watch. And I've said it before and I'll keep saying it, this particular year is the best conference in women's basketball. But really proud of our gang for playing in such a ruckus environment, but also really keeping their cool. I didn't think it affected us from an emotional standpoint. That's what happens when you have a veteran team the way we do. I thought that they had a week to prepare for us, and we went to the game and they were decided to play a little bit off of Chloe, trying to clog it in double with Mac. And I thought Chloe did a tremendous job of handling herself, not just hitting the threes, but also taking opportunities to attack as well. I'm really proud of the way she handled herself, and the rest of them. I thought obviously, Sid, but I thought Sarah Scalia came in and gave us great minutes, off the bench, which was a great shot in the arm for us. Going back to Mac, though, I did think that she handled herself. She knows the double's coming. She continues to, work out of it in a mature kind of way. But I'm just really pleased for the most part with how we handled ourselves. Now, we've played in front of crowds like this before at our place, but usually there's more red in the place than there was this afternoon. But, really happy to be a part of this game today with, a good Purdue team.
We'll go questions for our student athletes first. Well,
Chloe, two of your best games last season were against Purdue, and today you had a big first half, which kind of kept things together for the team. Do you just bring your A game against your rival, or what? No, this big game.
I try to bring, my A game every single game. We know this is a big rivalry, but we come in with the same game plan every time, just to play hard, no matter who it is.
Question about
Gary.
Oh, how you doing? We're going questions with our student athletes first, so we can get them out of here. So if you have a question for one of our student athletes, go ahead. Okay.
So we'll start with you. And welcome back to Indiana, Sid. When you started the game, the hard drives you got off your picks, was that intended to start the game with you having the ball in your hand as much, and you lost your defender almost every time?
Yeah, nothing. It was really intended. They just gave it to me. I try to do a mixture of threes and attacking. So.
All right, go ahead.
Chloe, last year you were short-handed here and made for a close game, and you guys pulled that. How nice was it to have a full complement of players as your teammates this year?
It was obviously great. So
We're glad COVID's all over.
yeah.
Sydney, you're from Indiana, so you obviously know this Indiana Purdue rivalry. What was it like for you kind of being able to participate in it?
Yeah, I was really excited to be a part of the rivalry this year, since I wasn't able to do the last 2 years. But I think it was a little bit more personal this year just because I am the only Indiana kid on this team. So I had to kind of step up and be that person on our team to show who the best team in Indiana is.
City, what was the vibe at halftime amongst your group, and what kind of sparked the third quarter then you came out hot?
Yeah, I think that during halftime, we always talk as a team before the coaches come in and stuff. But I think coming out in the third quarter, we knew we just had to keep our foot on the gas and just keep playing hard, and our runs will come and their runs will come too. So we just had to keep our foot on the gas and keep working hard.
Wilson in the back row.
For either of you, just like you'll have 2 points in the third quarter. What did that? What were you doing defensively?
I don't think we did anything different. Like Sydney said, halftime, we always just coach each other up. So we just decided, where we're going to win is getting stops defensively. So.
Do you have anything else for student athletes? Yeah. No.
Chloe, one more for you. So many high pressure games for this group already, and more to come. Where does kind of the focus of this group kind of stays as steady as it has?
Yeah, we just stay level-headed, and as Coach Warren says, put your earmuffs back.
Your ear.
Pin your ears back, yeah, and just focus on the game and the task at hand.
I hope it's not earmuffs.
Do you have anything else for student athletes? All right, ladies. Thanks,
you.
miss.
Thank you.
Go ahead with questions for Coach Moore. You got one in the back. Back row. Yeah. Yep.
Iowa, you got to fight down next few weeks. How worried were you about Purdue coming in here, getting your kids prepared for that, knowing that Caitlin Clark and Monica, they don't know where ahead of you?
We're not even thinking about Iowa. We'll worry about Iowa tomorrow. All hands were on deck for Purdue. Obviously, they're coming off of 2 great wins, beating Illinois, who is much improved at Illinois, and then going to Ohio State. So, we were, as usual, very serious, in our prep, not looking ahead. Haven't even thought about, Iowa, as far as, we've been watching, but, as far as, looking ahead, we refuse to do that, Steve. It's just too good of a league. You can't. And, I'm really, really pleased with the way we came out and handled ourselves, because to be honest with you, we really haven't played the last Rutgers at home and even at Minnesota, too many turnovers. I didn't really care for the way we had been playing. And so I thought today, we looked much better, much more connected.
Terry, where I finish up with Chloe, the focus of this team, intense games already,
Right.
every game after this is gonna be
Yeah.
played at a level like that. What do you see that's not on game day that we don't see that keeps this team kind of these levels of this?
Well, I think I in fear of feeling like or sounding like a broken record. I mean, we just were a mature basketball team. You got vets out there. You got Grace Berger, who's been in college for 5 years. Certainly, Sid and Chloe's been in our system. Mackenzie's been in our system. And the youngin Yarden is as a freshman, she may be more mature than a lot of seniors in college, just in terms of how she handled herself. So I just think there's a maturity about this group. I think that they just keep their head down. They understand that, looking ahead serves no purpose for us right now. We got to continue to get better, every day. There's something always inside the game that you can improve on. And so that's really what our focus is.
Well, where's the second mic over here? Sorry, who's got it? Oh, Ari, okay. Ari, then go ahead and then.
Coach, sorry, yesterday, obviously Purdue came into Bloomington as a highly ranked team for the men and was rattled. You guys came in today with a hostile environment as a highly ranked team and weren't rattled. What do you think you did differently today to not get rattled like Purdue was in Bloomington, facing a similar atmosphere?
Well, I think our expectations, they said it was sold out, so we took it for what it was. As I mentioned, what a great opportunity for us, to play in this environment, for people to come out and support and watch women's basketball. And so we're grateful that we were a part of it today. And, I'm not surprised by how we've handled ourselves or how we handled ourselves this afternoon, because we've had some environments already like this in Bloomington. But today our kids knew the task at hand, and they stayed pretty level-headed, I thought, throughout the entire game.
Well,
Coach, last season, Chloe played 43 minutes here at Mackey, one of just 2 starts for her in the season.
Mhm.
What has it been like to see her progression from those moments last season and then to the role she's taking up this year, and also to see it come full circle?
Well, she's such a great story because she's, one of the few and far between that actually stay at one place, and are patient on the sideline, are patient on the bench, come in and keep just grinding and doing their work, and wait patiently for their moment, right, for their opportunity. And where, right now, the state of athletics, when kids don't see the, instant gratification of playing a lot of minutes, they usually leave their institution. And Chloe has been, one of our mainstays. That's really such a great story. And I probably don't talk about her enough, but here's the thing, when Grace got hurt, she was my MVP because she had to slide over there and run our team. And I think it's benefited her on a lot of counts, because now I can play Grace at the point, I can play her off the ball. It's a great luxury to have, because now Chloe is really in tune with our sets offensively. And so she gives us that 2-point guard punch out there on the floor.
question in the front row.
Sure, when you played here, it was kind of the start of Purdue becoming a national power, and then obviously it's been a little lull as of late. What has impressed you about Katie coming in here and doing what she's done to hopefully get Purdue training back in that right direction.
Right.
It has generated excitement around the program.
And she will, Katie was a terrific player. She's an Indiana kid. She and her staff it takes time, right? It's a process. You just can't show up and build a program, and you got to stay after it, every day, every week, every month. But she'll continue to, recruit at a high level. The thing that I've been impressed with Katie is she has been really good offensively, and in our prep for her. I kept saying to my staff, man, they run a lot of really, really good stuff. And so I've been impressed by that. But, also I'm grateful that, even though this is a rivalry, we have a friendship too. And, she has sent me texts throughout the season just to congratulate us on some of the things that we've done. So it is a rivalry, but there's also a friendship there. And, when they're not playing Indiana, deep down, I'm always rooting for the Boilermakers.
Yeah, obviously Purdue, particularly in the first half, really focused on stopping Mackenzie Holmes. What there in that third quarter kind of allowed her to get going and start in the game?
Yeah, I just think that Mac, she's obviously terrific sprinter up and down the floor, committed to transition offense, but again, it's Mac just making decisions, the right decision, and whether that was to throw that thing out and generate some energy behind the ball with our guards, or be able to do Mac-like things, which is spin with her great footwork, her soft hands, whether it's baseline, whether it's middle, just finding different ways. She's a difficult player to have to guard, and the thing that I'm most impressed with Mac, I thought today she didn't, maybe in the past, she would have tried to push it a little bit too much and try to do things that she shouldn't be trying to do when you have a double team like that. But I thought tonight she was terrific.
Question back.
Can you address the impact Sydney's had, the addition of her with her passion and
Sure. Well, I think you hit it. I mean, she's a passionate basketball player that's from Indiana, and she's brought so much. And I knew I obviously we recruited Sid, so watched her grow up and recruited her very hard to Indiana. But the thing that I've been most impressed with Sid is anytime that you come into a new program, a new culture, I think that you kind of have to find your way. And what I've been impressed with Sid is Sid didn't try to, because she is social, right? She has a big voice and has a lot to say in a good kind of way. But I think what Sid managed to do was just kind of find her way. And she would pick and choose, right? She knew that Grace Berger was ultimately the leader of this group. She knew, by the way, that Mackenzie Holmes is really good. Chloe's been here. A lot of these kids have been in our system, and what I've been impressed by her is she's led, she's kind of led from the side, which is great. You have those leaders that lead from the front, from the side, and from the back, and she's really been a kid that's stepped up and has led from the side with the likes of Mackenzie and Grace Berger.
Wilson.
Terry's allowing 2 points in the third quarter. Well, what do you attribute that to?
Oh, really good defensively. I mean, and I thought we were for the majority of the game, just stick your heels in the floor, like we always tell them to. And we had a terrific scout prep with Coach Rhett. And so, you always have to play tendencies, and rotations have to be there, but you also have to have some moxie and some toughness behind all of that to get stops. And our kids played really hard today, and knew the importance of being able to keep them at bay, and the importance of them being able to air that thing out too.
Kevin, last question.
Sarah will give you 14 quality points today. I guess we're starting to see her get into a rhythm and be more of herself.
Right.
As we've seen over the past. Is there anything that you can attribute that to, or is there anything that she's kind of done recently to get her back going?
Yeah, we just tell her to, take what the defense gives you, but if you have any ounce of time to shoot that thing, you need to shoot it. Sometimes I think she's guilty of passing up shots. And so we're constantly reminding her when she has space and time, and nobody believes in her than, more than her team, and we do, as far as being able to knock down shots. But she's been a kid too that has kept grinding it out defensively for us, and so it's great to see. But as we move forward, we're gonna need her to do what she did today, and that was have a big impact on the game.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.